Shout out to James for posting this on Twitter. We already know James. We all love James on his channel. Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Absolute legend. Let's talk about this play right here. So, we went through all the preseason week 1, and we talked about Lucas Patrick. Lucas Patrick and Cody Ford one-on-one. And Lucas Patrick had a decent preseason week 1 game. I'm trying to phrase my words correctly here. He didn't look great, but he looked serviceable. Now, today, as we know, there was a scruffle in training camp. Why was there a scruffle? Because Shamar Stewart got past Lucas Patrick and ended up hitting Joe Burrow. Now, there's rumors that he got pushed into him. We saw the clip earlier. It looked like maybe he got a little bit, he fell into him, whatever. But this is TJ Slaton going against Lucas Patrick. And it kind of, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here, but, it wouldn't be... Please pick somebody up. Please just pick up another veteran and see if they can do better. That's all I got to say at this point. So, Orlando Brown wasn't in practice today and actually was Cody Ford at left tackle. But, and don't be wrong, TJ Slaton's an absolute animal. He's not known as much for his pass rushing. He's normally known for his run stuffing. But he's still an animal. But I have to assume a 3-year-old child can get past Lucas Patrick in this situation. Because it doesn't look like he had... there's no, actual, hey, we stopped the guy. No! It's like, hey, I'm going to run right through you. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Bro, I'm thinking week 1, Myles Garrett, right? Week 1, Myles Garrett, they're going to line him up. They're not going to line him up against Orlando Brown. If you get Orlando Brown, it's Orlando Brown, right? Last time we played against the Brownies, they lined him up over top Cordell Volson. Same thing the Rams did. They put Aaron Donald over Cordell Volson because that was our weak spot. They're going to line up Myles Garrett one-on-one with Lucas Patrick this whole entire week 1 game. This cannot happen. And I get it, some reps you just lose out on and you get beat. But we did also look at his preseason highlights week 1. There's a couple plays he got beat like that. He got beat today, which is why there was a scruffle, because he got beat by Shamar Stewart that got to the quarterback. And Joe ends up on the ground. And, when this is Myles Garrett or TJ Watt, it's going to be a lot worse than just, he got, pushed into him and he ended up tackling Joe Burrow. We gotta clear this up, man. We really do. And stuff like this, seeing this is just unacceptable. And again, I know TJ Slaton's a good player, and I know he is, he is a first-team guy. He's going to be an absolute monster this year. But, I don't know, man. Although I will say, PFF doesn't like TJ Slaton that much. PFF gives TJ Slaton last year 45 run defense, which makes no sense because he was a top run defender last year, according to ESPN. And then pass rushing of 57.6. How many sacks did he have last year? Hold up. Let's look up stats of TJ Slaton. But again, like I said, it's just you got to protect your quarterback. You got to protect Joe Burrow. It would have been nice to pick up a guard. So he had 2 sacks in his whole career. TJ Slaton, that is. But yeah, again, he's not really known as that guy. He's not known as the guy who gets after the quarterback. He's known as the guy who gets quarterback pressure. So he has a total of his career. He has 12 quarterback pressures. Let me show you this over here. He has 12 quarterback pressure, TJ Slaton, in his career. He just walked through Lucas Patrick like Lucas Patrick was a 3-year-old kid and that he wasn't a grown man. That's not a grown man going one-on-one there. Just a little side note. I was gonna bring up Trey, but you know what? We don't have to bring up Trey How much did Joseph Asai have in his career? He's pretty much similar when it comes to career length as TJ Slaton. So in the similar career length, Joseph Asai has 43. So TJ Slaton, again, has 12 in 4 years. In 3 years, Joseph Asai has 43. Now, obviously, listen, he's an edge rusher, right? I mean, edge rusher versus D tackle. This is a stupid comparison. How about B.J. Hill, who's very similar to a T.J. Slaton? He's very similar. My point in all this is T.J. Slaton's not a pass rusher. He's not really known for being crazy pass rusher. So, in B.J. Hill's career, he has 93. So, B.J. Hill, his first year in the league, had 14. Then he had 5, 6, 15, 16, 23, 14. Okay, my point of this is TJ Slaton is a great run stuffer. He's not as much of a pass rusher type of guy. And this is like Wendy's drive-through mentality. I mean, dude, you got to do something. You got to, I mean, and again, it might be miscommunication where maybe he thought that Mims was going to pick him up and Mims didn't pick him up. And maybe that's what he thought. But he's also a right guard, and this guy, TJ Slaton's an interior defensive lineman. He's not lined up on the edge. So I guess you could say just this is really bad miscommunication, and, it is what it is. But this is a situation of how Joe ended up with his butt today was because of Lucas Patrick messing up, and now again. So I just protect my quarterback. I think that goes without being said at this point. We just want to see our quarterback protected. It's been too many years now where we line up and we end up with the worst offensive line in the league, and Joe ends up being the one who suffers in this. And that's not acceptable, man. This is not acceptable anymore. It is to a point now where it's just stupid. It's stupid. If you have to go out there and sign a guard, sign a guard. And again, I'm not trying to make this video saying Lucas Patrick's the worst guard in the league. I'm not saying that. And obviously, one bad rep, you look at all the other reps, it's going to work out in the end, right? It's going to look, you could always take 1 out of 100 reps and say, okay, this guy sucks, right? But this is 2 reps today. This is, preseason football we just looked at and we just broke down in the video. And, keep looking at it and I'm like, okay, well, it's not that, again, I'm sitting here saying he sucks, because I don't think he sucks. I think that there, needs to be maybe some friendly competition to see the best guy who could win. And again, as Bengals fans, we've been saying this forever now, but it just seems like it's going deaf ears. So, see you guys in the next one, though.